Hi, today we're going to have some fun. CampMaid, they sent me, they got this new coconut charcoal briquette, so they sent me this, so I'm going to put it head to head with the Kingsford. It burns hotter and it's supposed to last twice as long, so they say it's supposed to last like 4 to 5 hours. But we're going to cook 2 Dutch ovens, pot roast in each Dutch oven. We're going to use this on one, the Kingsford on the other. So we have my charcoal chimneys here, but this is pretty cool. It says burn nuts, not trees, less smoke, recyclable as natural fertilizer, burns 2 times longer than wood charcoal. And then they have a little chart here that shows you the temperature to cook at it at whatever size Dutch oven. They have like cooking patterns here, all-purpose oven, broiling, baking, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we're going to put this to the test. So I'm just going to use, I'll show you what, this is the coconut charcoal. So it's just like a little spaceship looking shape. Yeah, that's the coconut. And then here's the Kingsford. So they got a little rib right there. But yeah, we're going to cook this pot roast slow at about around 300 degrees. So I'm guessing it'll take, the pot roast we have is about 2 1/4 pounds. So I'm guessing it will take between 2 and 3 hours. We'll just check it after we get that going. Probably after an hour, because the regular briquettes, they lasted an hour. So what we'll do is once they cook for an hour, then we'll have to change the coals on using the Kingsford. We'll just let these suckers go for the whole thing. So let's light this up. Yeah, it's hot today and it's dry. Look at all these dry weeds. We wet all this down. We have the hose going right there, but I'm going to keep this area nice and wet because we don't want to start a fire. We're in Lava Hot Springs, Idaho. Our home away from home. We're having a good time. We're going to cook a good meal. So when these are ready, we'll see you back to get this going. Wow, look at that. So we'll keep an eye on this. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Let's look at these briquettes. There's the Kingsford. They're about ready. See how gray they are? The coconut, it looks like there's more heat in the middle, but they got a little ways to go. It's kind of, so we should be ready to cook here in about 5 or 10 minutes. See you back. Okay, we're ready. It's been about 20 minutes. Here's the Kingsford briquettes. They're ready. See how they're nice and white? Here's the coconut briquettes. They're not quite ready, but I'm going to start cooking this. So I have a 10-inch Dutch oven I'm going to use for the Kingsford briquette, and I'm going to do a 12-inch for that. I didn't bring my other 12, but let's do a 5 on the bottom with this 10-inch Dutch oven. Get that off. We'll set that on there. And then this is the kickstand lid lifter. Check this out. You just pick it up. But what I did is I seared the pot roast in the house, but if you want to sear it in the Dutch oven, you'd put like 10 or 15 briquettes on the bottom, sear it, and then you just adjust the heat at that point. But we have some yellow onions the pot roast is sitting on. And then here's some carrots. We'll just load this in. Like I said, we're going to cook this between 2 and 3 hours. Just kind of slow cook it. With this Dutch oven, we'll change the briquettes after an hour because that's the life of the Kingsford ones. Let's get some of those purple onions in there. That looks pretty good. This is the lid lifter from CampMaid. I'm just using it as a stand to hold my veggies right now. And then what I have here is we've done 2 packages of ajus dry mix and 2 packages of brown gravy. And I'm just going to put these in here. Kind of just pour some of this in the bottom. And then you'll get juices from your pot roast. I think I'll just go like that. And then after we check it in an hour, we'll be able to tell maybe we want some more juice, maybe we don't. But set that lid on. And then we'll do 12 on top. So there's some stuck on the bottom. There's still 2 in there. Where's my cones? Okay. Let's grab that. So we're just going to let this one do its thing for 60 minutes. We'll change the briquettes. that looks like it's about 5 to 7 minutes away, and we'll start the ones with the coconut briquettes, so we'll see you back. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes since we started this one with the Kingsford briquettes. And so here's the 12-inch Dutch oven. I already have the pot roast in there, all the veggies, the juice, gravy stuff. And so 300 degrees with the 12-inch Dutch oven. We have 7 on the bottom and 12 on top. Well, 14 on top, sorry. So there's 14 on top. So these are supposed to last like 4 to 5 hours. So we're just gonna let them do their thing through the whole thing. We'll be back in 50 minutes to change the briquettes on this Dutch oven with the Kingsford, and then we'll check the internal temperature of both the pot roast and we'll put them to the test. So we'll see you back. Okay, it's been an hour since the Kingsford briquettes roast has been going. So let's kind of take a look. I don't want to use the kickstand. Let's get this one here. Take a look at this one.
Cool.
No bubbling going on. The briquettes were all burned down. Look at these. They're small too. These are supposed to last like 4 hours, and it's only been an hour. But this is the test. So what I'm going to do is we're going to dump these briquettes off because we're changing the Kingsford because they only last an hour. Let me show you. See, that's ash. So let's put 5 more down here. That looks like 7. Let me kind of scoot these. 1, 2, 3. But this is slow cooking, so I didn't expect it to be boiling yet, but let's set that on there. We had 5 and 12. So let's load this back up. But
this one on the right's bubbling.
What I want to do is we're going to do this. We're going to take that off. This is the CampMaid lid lifter. We're going to take that off. Yeah, that one's bubbling. So they said the coconut briquettes burn hotter. So it looks like they do. It is bubbling like crazy. And here's the Kingsford briquettes. So we got a couple thermometers. Holy smoke. That's already 160. And this one over here, it's hitting about 130. So we're gonna put it to the test. Well, I'm just still gonna cook this sucker for another hour or so, because that's what we're doing here. We're having a good time. I'm gonna set those on this glove. We'll get the lid back on. This is the coconut briquettes. Yeah, that's hot. So yeah, they do burn hotter. We got the new briquettes. We're gonna put this to the test, and we're just gonna go with what we decided at first. So we'll check it in another hour and see how it's going. So we'll see you back. Okay, it's been another hour, so it's been cooking 2 hours. 2 hours on this roast, minus 10 minutes on the coconut charcoals. Let's look at this. Let's pull the lid off here. It's just simmering a little bit. Let me grab my... Set that on there. And this is the charcoal. See, the coconut charcoal's like burn. There's hardly any left. But we're putting it to the test. But it's steaming good. So let's do this. After it cooked for an hour, the charcoal briquette was like 160, and the Kingsford was 130, if I can remember right.
Yep.
But
that's bubbling.
Yeah, that's bubbling good. It looks good. It's all brown on the top. So this is like pushing 180. So they say the coconut charcoal lasts for 4 to 5 hours. It's been 2. So it's going to have to be your choice. I mean, it's all burned down, but that's hitting 180 there. So let's put the lid back on. Take that off, and this one is 160. Perfect. It's bubbling. So there's that. We'll put the lid on, and then we're going to do another one. So we're going to have all kinds of Dutch oven sizes going here. So we made some, it's called damper bread in Australia, and we're going to make these little biscuits. It's I usually do, because these are all the Dutch ovens I have with me now, so we downsize the recipes, but it's usually 3 cups flour, rising flour, a cup of lemonade, and a cup of whipping cream, but we downsized it 2 cups of flour, 2/3 cup lemonade, and whipping cream. But we're going to change the briquettes on this one. So we done like that many, minus these 2. I'm just going to leave that ash on there, and then we'll put that, and then the biscuits, they cook about 375, and with the 8-inch Dutch oven, we're going to do 7. So let me pull. That's hot.
Yeah, you're starting a fire.
Yeah, I can feel it. That's bubbling. And these
but
will
you are
cook
really
for about 20 minutes, I think. So we got 7 on the bottom, and we wet this ground down, but it's dry. I can hear that boiling right there. Ow, 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 ow. I need to straighten that out. And we're going to do 12 on top. I had some extras. So this will cook for about 20 minutes. We're just going to let everything go the way it is. I think it will be good. So we'll see you back soon, and we'll serve this up and see the difference between the Kingsford briquettes and the coconut shell briquettes. But there's that. So you be the judge. We'll be back. So we had some technical difficulties, but this is the Kingsford briquettes, and it's still bubbling. This is the coconut briquettes. This was at 180 when we checked it last time, an hour ago. This was at 160, and we checked them both, and they're at 140 now. Look at those biscuits we cooked. But I sliced off each piece, so we're gonna like test this. So this is the coconut. Look at that. It's done all the way through, and it's the same briquettes. I never changed them. They say they last for like 4 or 5 hours, but they look burnt. It's like 2.5 hours cook time. That is awesome. Let's try a potato. Yummy. Now here's the Kingsford charcoal. I think it's pretty similar. So yeah, the meat's good. Let's try the potato. It keeps falling apart. Let me get it on my fork. Yummy. We're here, everybody's watching me eat this, and they're all hungry, but this is good. So yeah, I think the meat and the potatoes are good on both. That's bubbling like crazy. But you need to be the judge. So I want to show you one of these biscuits. So here we go. This is just easy. 3 ingredients. Delicious. Look, that just flakes right apart. Awesome. So you be the judge. Coconut charcoal. They're all burned down, but it's still held its case. The Kingsford charcoal, it's still bubbling like crazy right there. But I think they're pretty like neck and neck. So this was fun. We'll see you next time. Okay, so I'm going to put in this last video segment of this, but I think my choice, if you're slow cooking, the coconut charcoal worked great, because the Kingsford, I had to light it, refuel it every hour. They say it lasts 4 to 5 hours. I don't know. We tested it for 2.5 hours, so you'll just have to try that out. But this is all good. I think they're equal cook right here, but I didn't have to keep firing up briquettes. So that is awesome. Look at those biscuits. Here, let me show you. Look at those. That's hot.